All right, there's only a few people who I know who the more time I spend with them, the smarter they get, and I want to spend even more time with them. And Roland Frasier is one of those guys. This guy has a unique skill set where he's able to spot opportunity in ways I haven't before and combine opportunity with talent and technology. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So we just finished doing an extended interview that's available in the podcast.
So long.
No. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. It was hours and hours and hours. It was horrible. You'd never want to get it. No, it's great. So for people who've never heard of Roland Frasier, who are you? What do you do?
I am a person who invests in businesses and helps people scale. So connecting the dots I like. And I need to go back and watch the extended interview because you gave me the superpower thing.
Intentional serendipity.
I am an intentional serendipitist.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I like where you're going with this. So let's do the non-boring version. Not that that was boring, but let's do. Now, I asked you this question in the previous interview, but I'm going to ask it again, so you have a chance to be different.
Okay.
Something unusual, strange, or bizarre about you that nobody knows about, or you'd be completely ashamed and embarrassed to admit.
I have 7 toes. A lot of people don't know that.
Really?
Thanks for bringing that up. It was an accident.
Okay.
It's kind of painful for me to go through that. No.
Okay.
Something
that was good. That's good. Had us going.
Something that's unusual. Gosh, I just don't know. You asked me that, and I didn't even take.
Are you that boring?
Well, I do lots of fun things, but I've been to.
Oh, let's do this. That's a good way to go.
Been to 146 countries. That's unusual, I suppose.
That's unusual. And if you were going to identify the most interesting out of those, were the strangest thing, or something super dangerous happened?
Lots of super dangerous.
Let's do a super dangerous.
I'm a wildlife photographer, an amateur wildlife photographer, and amateur dentist. If you need any work,
I did not know that.
And I've been in lots of situations in Africa and Asia, especially.
Name just one where you almost died.
One I had a guide in the boat in a little motorboat, longtail boat they call them, on the Zambezi River, and I'm taking pictures of these 4 elephants, a family, beautiful. I'm about from here to your black curtain there away, taking pictures, floating in the boat. They're on the shore, right? Okay. And they're spraying water up. Is like, oh, you guys are awesome. And
did you piss off an elephant?
No, they were fine. And I see across the way a hippo, leading cause of death in the Zambezi River, right? So I see this guy, and he's kind of moving towards me, and I'm like, okay. And I ask the guy, and I say, what do you think? How long do we have? Because I really like these pictures. And he's like, that's fine. So I'm taking the pictures, and it's getting closer, and finally he's like, okay, we got to go. So he gets up, and he rips the cord out of the motor to start, and it goes... So there's no motor, there's no row, no oar in the boat, and I'm looking at this hippo getting closer and closer and closer, and I'm thinking to myself, don't want to go to the hippo, gonna die.
Yeah.
Don't want to go towards the elephant's gonna die.
Got little baby elephants over there.
Crocodiles in the river, don't want to really go in the water. Crap. And so he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, so I
get that rope back on there.
Yeah, well, finally there's a life preserver, and I take it and I ripped off the white belt cord thing and gave it to him, and he wrapped it around. And he's like, and of course it comes off completely each time.
Yeah.
And the thing's getting closer and closer. So I'm like, screw it, I'm going to at least have good pictures. So I'm taking pictures of the hippo as it gets closer and closer, and it's literally this close with its mouth open. Yeah. My last picture, which is my favorite picture I've ever taken, as the motor starts, and that's the closest I've ever come to.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I actually was in Uganda on the Nile with my wife recently and witnessed that whole thing. Big crocs, big
crazy,
hippos.
Right?
Hippos don't like people.
They don't mess around.
No, that's
and they
true.
can walk underwater. They literally walk on the surface.
They're
of the
very
floor.
dainty underwater.
They are.
Just like So, well, that was an interesting path to go down.
There you go.
That's good. Well, I got exactly what I asked for. So now we're going to talk about some high value content for our viewers who want to market themselves better.
Okay.
And I'm going to frame this in a way of you've watched a lot of people start from scratch. Your company, Digital Marketer, has been responsible for training and certifying a lot of people. So if you had an opportunity right now to start from scratch, $500, laptop, smartphone, Let's go through how would you identify products and services that you want to make or sell or just sell, and start marketing. And I know that's kind of like a square one question, but let's throw the survival kit guide thing at you.
I think it's a great question, and I think that the challenge is knowing where to start.
Yeah.
So the answer is usually find a need and fill it, right?
Yeah, but you've got great tools, and you know about a lot of sites that are good at this. So
yeah, but the thing I would do is I would start a Facebook fan page for whatever interested me the most, because you can get fans for anything. Yeah. You can basically go on Facebook and do a like campaign. You can hire somebody on Fiverr to do it if you can't do it. How much does it cost to hire somebody on Fiverr?
$5,
right? And
so give me an example. Do you have a story of someone you've observed who's done it that pops into your mind right now? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but
actually, I do. A fellow I was just talking to, and I don't know if he'd want me to say his name or not, so I won't.
That's okay. You don't have to yet.
But he told me he was just getting started, and he didn't know what to do. And one of our people that we publish did a thing on Halloween, promoting for Halloween. Halloween's, I think, the second biggest commercial holiday in the United States. And so they were like, okay, I got to sell some kind of Halloween thing. And they were like, I don't know what it's going to be. And they kept on going and drilling down. They finally came up with, we're going to do plus-sized women's lingerie Halloween costumes. That's about as specific as you can get.
Jeez, great.
So they went the traditional way and said, okay, let's basically buy some Google ads and through AdWords and see what happens. They actually spent, I think, about $1,000 on that and got 0 sales, right? Put up a Facebook fan page, did a like campaign, got 3,000 likes. Now there's 3,000 people.
Did they have pictures of?
They spent $20, right? Nice. And the pictures of the costumes are available from the sites of the people that provide them. You can do an affiliate thing, right? Mm-hmm. And they put them up. They got 3,000 likes and 3 sales from $20, and went on to build that to a nice business, right?
Okay.
So I think what we've found is that the best converting thing out there that everybody buys is a T-shirt. So if I had anything that I liked at all, any kind of dog, any kind of hobby, anything like that, I would go and look at the T-shirts that are selling the best, and I would come up with something that was inspired by that. Not a violation of the copyright. Not a lawyer, but don't take.
Don't play one on the internet.
And I would basically build a fan page, spend my $20, get my fans, and sell them some T-shirts, and just go from there. And I really, truly believe anybody can go from from nothing to 100 miles an hour doing that. And that's something that I've done with different family members, and it's
great.
Such a great gift to give people.
Great. And then I'll just ask this, because why not? Do you have any good T-shirt making resources?
Yes. Our favorite is called Sunfrog. And I'll give you an interesting thing with Sunfrog. My son basically wanted to kind of do the thing that I do, which is basically go talk to people, add value. He found some people on YouTube that he was buying fitness instruction from on Olympic weightlifting. Yeah. And he ended up talking to the guy and said, let me help you with your T-shirt campaign. What are you paying for your T-shirts? And the guy said, I'm paying about $14 for them. Yeah. So, oh my God, I know we can get them for a whole lot less. So we get them for about $3. And they'll ship anywhere in the world for $3.
Unbelievable.
So you're talking about something that was less than half his cost, right? Delivered.
Yeah.
And so that's changing his entire business. And he gets a piece of the profits.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great example. So let's move on into traffic resources. You're a traffic and conversion guy, and you have the great fortune of being in the midst of a lot of deals right now. Mm-hmm. So are there some other, aside from Facebook like campaigns, some other traffic generating resources that you can recommend before I tell people, look, just head on over, get the podcast version of our interview, because we go a lot deeper and a lot more resources. But this is an opportunity to throw some additional ideas.
Yeah, probably the most overlooked one, I'll give you the 2 most overlooked ones. One requires you to get out from behind your computer.
Okay.
You have to get out from behind your computer. And that's to attend a trade show.
Yes.
An amazing amount of highly concentrated, incredibly ridiculously qualified traffic, because they all bought all the money it costs to travel to the place, all the money it costs to be there, all the money it costs to stay there and eat while they're gone and take away from whatever they're doing. So any kind of entrepreneurially oriented trade show is insane. I think I was just telling you, we did a booth at an event that we just did, a trade show booth, and we sold $1.3 million in 3 days, right? That's that's the power of that. And we have people that pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to come back, and clearly they're not coming back year after year if they're not doing that. So that's big traffic source offline A. Direct mail, I have a direct mail company I started 21 years ago that still sends about 1 million pieces of direct mail a month. The business was up 50% last year in income and profit over the year before. Direct mail is alive and well.
Okay.
So there's another
That's
offline.
number 2.
And then the third one would be email drops. I think it's amazing to me how few people do qualified email drops.
So people who don't know what an email drop is.
Yeah, so that's basically finding a broker, which you can find online through nextmark.com or srds.com, or there are agencies that specialize in different niches. The Whalen Agency, Dedicated Email. There's another one called Strike, I think, for the financial. And so basically they aggregate. They go to people who have big lists. So we have a big list of people on Survival Life and several other things.
Yep.
So we have a representative that sells our list to other people to do drops. Yep. And so basic drop is just we'll email for them their offer. And so we send that email. They pay us a fee, and we send the email out, and it's to the most qualified people they could possibly find. Yep. It's to our people who have bought recently.
Buyers. Yep.
Yeah, and those perform amazingly well. And we've built a significant portion of our traffic and business based on doing that. So those are 3.
3, awesome. And we did it towards the tail end of this interview. So here's what we're going to do. For people who want to learn more about Roland Frazier, where should they go to meet you and learn more?
Best place is Facebook, facebook.com/Roland Frazier.
Easy. Okay, and here's what we're going to do. I want to thank you for watching this. This is Roland Frazier. Make sure you post and comment, provide some feedback, and also go subscribe to the podcast at mrbz.com/podcast. Download it. We've got an extended interview with Roland. He shares some really, really hot nuggets, some big, big ideas. Roland Frazier, one of the smartest businessmen I've ever known. Check him out. Thanks for watching.